And here come the South Sydney Rabbitohs chasing their maiden win against the Storm here in the Victorian capital. Let's head to the commentary box now. Very good evening, Matthew Thompson.
Good evening, James. It is a great atmosphere here to kickstart round 2 of the Telstra Premiership in Hisense Thursday night football. Here comes South Sydney, and straight off the bat, Andrew Johns stunned by the news of Cameron Murray going to the bench.
Yeah, I'm trying to work it out, Matt. Don't know whether he's carrying an injury. I can understand they're trying to keep him out of the action early, the first maybe 10-15 minutes, but when you've got a world-class player like Cam Murray, he plays 80 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
There's a plan.
So Latrell returns, and his presence should ease some of the pressure on Cody Walker, and therefore the man we had on screen there, Lachlan Ilias, who lines up in just his 3rd NRL game tonight. So there's the banner unveil. The banner makers weren't giving anything away. That's one side of it. That's the back side. Here's what the players will run out to. Craig Bellamy. What a career. And it's still going strong. 500 games in the Melbourne Storm. They are back in town. And they are a record-breaking outfit from last year. Most tries in a regular season. They scored 40 points or more 12 times in the season. They broke the record for the highest points differential in a season. Cameron Smith, great to have you with us this evening on a record-breaking night for your old coach.
Yes, it is, Matt, and thank you. It's great to be back at Amy Park. It's great to see fans back at Amy Park, really. The last time they were able to be here to watch their beloved Melbourne Storm go around was round 8 last year, so it's been quite some time. And as you just mentioned, they were fantastic all the way up until that prelim final against the Penrith Panthers, who were the premiers and the best team in 2021. So I know these boys in purple, as we look at Remus Smith, who was outstanding last year, they will be in for a big one tonight for their coach celebrating 500.
It's funny how this game works. Craig Bellamy's 500th game at the opposite end of the spectrum. Jason Dimitri, who sits in the box for just the 2nd time in his career. There's Ryan Pappenhausen, the hair and all. When that game was on the line last week against the West Tigers, it was him and Jerome Hughes that got them home. Pappenhausen quite brilliant with 2 try assists, and Jerome Hughes, well, he's one of our premier halfbacks now. Round 2's off. It's Souths. They're hoping to buck the recent trend. 17 years they haven't won in Melbourne. They've never won here at Amy Park, and here's one of only 4 South players that have experienced victory on this ground. It's Mark Nichols, who played with Melbourne, played 9 games for the club. He had 4 wins here. Kaloa Matangi now. Wrapped up over the top by Big Nelson, who's into the starting team now. Saliba Havili, the real goer who joined the club from the Canberra Raiders. He doesn't have the guile of Cameron Murray, but he's got plenty of energy. Jai Arrow's also won here at Amy Park. Only one victory for him, however. A high kick now by Ilias to end the set. Now Iramia, one of the returning brigade for the Melbourne Storm. It's a fair list of in and out. Iramia, Munster, Jesse Bromwich, Harry Grant back, but terrible news. George Jennings gone for the season, and Christian Welsh as well. And I'm sure we'll see some shots of Brandon Smith, who's on the sideline watching his teammates do battle. Xavier Coates, already a try scorer in his first outing for Melbourne last week. And now Remus Smith. Totola there with Cook. And he stopped on his own 30-metre line. Good defensive set this so far by South Sydney, and they're going to shift and kick here through Munster. Down the left-hand side, Latrell. Welcome, Latrell. It's nothing very warm. But what a player he is, one of our absolute best.
Early kick there, Cameron. Is that to isolate Latrell Mitchell at the back and try to chew his petrol?
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's his first hit out, and I think that's a good plan. It's a little bit dewy down there, Joey, and I think we'll cross down to the sideline soon. But being out on the field in the pre-game, it's a little bit slippery. So just testing out their back 3 early.
You ask, and we shall go. Cameron Smith, Freddie, what can you tell us about the conditions down there? Good evening to you.
Good evening, Matt. It is a bit slippery. I think it's because there's so much grass on it. I think as you lived in New South Wales, unlucky. If you lived in New South Wales coastline or Queensland, we've had so much rain and not much sunshine. Well, apparently Melbourne has just been bathed in sunshine over summer, and this ground looks fantastic, but it is very slippery. So you can see Cam Munster knows this field better than anyone. That nice early kick just might be the game plan.
Okay, because that was touched, we come further in field, and Tolda now with a really good chance here for Souths. Centre of the park, inside the 10, Grant the tackler, Cook plays left, and Nichols runs, Josh King, the former Newcastle forward, now in Melbourne colours, made the tackle. Away to Havili, good shot. Kenny Bromwich. Oh, he's ripped, look at that, how good was that? There were 4 in the tackle, and they coordinated it so they all dropped off, and then Big Nelson ripped the ball away. That was brilliant. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them there, then it goes dunk, 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 rip.
Yeah, you can see Big Nassi, he communicated that to the Bromwich boys and said, boys, let go. Yeah. We'll have a crack at this one. Very smart play by the big man.
He's still a footballer of most people. Jesse Bromwich out the back, Hughes on the back up. This is nice. Hughes with a good run. He's a player now, isn't he?
I watched him last week. His confidence has just gone sky high.
And Grant from dummy half stabs it through. It's off the Trell's boot. Ooh, it went back. There was no touch, and obviously that the South player Walker picked the ball up behind where Mitchell had touched it. Otherwise, that would have been an offside call. That was an interesting little play. That Harry Grant through the middle. All right, an early pilot medical update. Yes, Danica.
Yes, I just walked past Cameron Murray on the sideline. He does have his left shoulder quite heavily strapped, but I spoke to...
Oh, another one. Sorry, Danica, you go on.
I spoke to South Sydney's bench, and they do say that it was a tactical move to have him starting from the bench.
Well, they would say that, wouldn't they? Thanks, Danica. Well, how about another one? They're going to have to padlock the ball to their jumper the way things are going. Munster, Hughes on the inside now, and Big Nelson, he's inside South Sydney's 10. Havili made the tackle, Grant across, and now Pappenhausen off the Munster ball.
They're looking to move Melbourne.
Munster shows, lays out to Hughes. They've read that okay. Paulo dropped off the tackle. Xavier Coates was put down around the legs by Alex Johnston. Play number 5. Munster kicks towards the post, across the front of them. Graham, he's good in the air, and he does well. Now, can they get to a kick here? I don't think I've ever seen a team start a game with having the ball stripped twice in their first 2 sets.
That was a good leap there by Graham. He was under pressure. The Souths have done well to turn the Melbourne Storm away. Usually very good in those attacking positions.
Nichols now. Kenny Bromwich in there. Big Nelson and Munster. He looks fit, Cameron Smith. Cameron Munster looks very fit.
Yeah, he looks good. And speaking with the coaching staff, they've been extremely pleased, Matty, with his pre-season and his application to training.
Yep.
He certainly does look as good as he's looked in a long time.
Pappenhausen, there's evidence of the slippery nature of this surface. Arrow down there on kick chase. Here goes Xavier Coates. He could do anything as a Melbourne Storm winger, couldn't he?
Oh, yeah. The try last week where he jumped in the air. The athleticism. That right edge.
Yeah.
Him and Remus Smith together.
There's Oldham. His best try-scoring season with 12 in 2021. Papua New Guinea and battering ram. And now Big Nelson struggles his way up over the halfway. Harry Grant for Jerome Hughes has got just a lot of time to run and kick there. And end over end, the ball lands with Alex Johnston, who himself was a record breaker last year with 30 tries in the season. He's only the 3rd player in Premiership history to score 30 tries or more. Now, Kaloa Matangi. An arrow this time. Cook spears it to Walker. They're off down the left again. Oh, it might have been. Was that high? Did it slip up? Referee didn't think so. And Ilias into the air. And Xavier Coates is over that side of the ground, and he just waits for Johnston to catch it. The ball's been. It's a bit of a ping-pong scenario, but no, it was a changeover, and South Sydney ruled to have lost the ball.
I'm looking at South Sydney. They look big. Really big. You know, but they've changed their weights program. The players are really big in the chest and top of the legs.
I didn't mind that this compilation of play there where Cook got out to his left and fed the ball to Cody Walker. Got Cody running onto the ball, Joey. They look dangerous when Cook's out.
He's got to get out of dummy half more.
Yeah, 10 metres.
The most dangerous spot to attack from dummy half, especially with the quicker ruck the last couple of years and the 6 to go.
So whenever you're delivering, deliver at full volume.
Well, that's their side, isn't it, Cam? They scored 75 of their 143 tries last year down the left. So when you score more than half your tries down a particular side, it's pretty obvious where they want to keep going.
Yeah, it's their go-to edge. It is a lethal edge. And they went there a lot last week as well against the Broncos and came close on many occasions.
Well, their attack lacked a bit of grunt last week, but they only still kept Brisbane to 11 points last week, South Sydney, so at least the defensive application was there. Kenny Bromwich, here's your remaining field. Tackled by Campbell Graham, and Melbourne. They're in the danger zone. Munster breaks away from one, and Latrell wraps him up. They still haven't got him on the deck. They'll release him here. The fans want a 6 again. Grant fires a long ball. Hughes, he takes on the defence. 6 again. Oh, Grant's going to kick out there. Don't worry about what tackle it is. Forget it. Forget the tackle count, kick it to Xavier.
What a piece of football this was by the Melbourne Storm. And we spoke pre-game about this, about these players going out and expressing themselves. This was a 6 to go. This was a 6 again called by the referee. As we see on the Harvey Norman replay, Jerome Hughes, as we've seen a lot in the past, right foot, he beats a tackle, he offloads. Harry Grant, he's got the 6 to go, but no. He sees some space with the man that probably's got the biggest leap in the game at the moment, Xavier Coates.
Yeah, and as a creative player, this is what you want, not the second guess. Even though he heard the 6 to go, he saw it and kicked over the top. I remember seeing Cameron Munster do this in the State of Origin, and it blew me away to have that confidence and to back himself. Freddie?
I reckon every good crowd has got one decision in them, and the Melbourne crowd then earned that for their footy team. Latrell Mitchell hanging on to Cameron Munster for most really a little too long. The 6 to go comes halfway through this ruck. Harry Grant doesn't hear it or doesn't care, and they end up scoring the try off tackle 0. But the crowd, there it is, the Melbourne Storm crowd, they earned their team a little reward there.
It's a brave play, because if he misses, I can just imagine Craig Bellamy on Monday doing the video session. We saw literally the spray he gives to people. That is a gutsy play.
And I'll tell you what, Joey, as Harry Grant lines up a kick.
Oh, yes, Harry. Oh, it just was coming back, but it stayed out.
Time you're on here, guys. Don't go early. Just gotta wait, Latrell. Just gotta wait for that clock.
So Harry Grant's finally shoved Cameron Smith out the door. So he's taken his jumper and now he's after his goal-kicking record. He's taken over the goal-kicking. That's his first shot in the NRL, Cam. They look good.
Yeah, not bad off the boot. It was a good strike. Going to bring it around to the left a little bit now.
They want kicking lessons here. Here comes Kenny Bromwich. So 4-0 Melbourne. He's already got a couple of origins to his credit, Harry Grant. He'll be after more this year. Oh, here we go. Here's a chance for an immediate hit back.
Everybody up.
Just talking to a few people around the club down on the sideline. There's the coach, not happy, and asking how they'd go tonight, and saying the same thing. You know, 5 minutes to go and they'll go well. Every person said they mentioned the word effort, Cameron.
Yeah, and it's what's coached into them every day. It's the word that he uses around the club, Craig Bellamy, day in, day out. And if you watch Melbourne across the 20 years that Craig has been coaching, it's really what they've based all their games off. And I know there's big score lines sometimes and there's flashy play, but it comes down to effort. Like last week, they lose multiple players, 2 particularly early. And they come away with the win still, Jerry. It's all on effort.
Gee, that's a bad mistake.
Well, that's the dew of the ball. So slippery. You never see this from Cody Walker. Watch him for another 100 games, you'll never see this. Just watch the ball just slips out of his hands.
It's an argument that's play on, you know.
An argument you'd lose.
Well, the ball went out of his hand backwards and bounced for it. Anyway, 4-0.
Shot clock off. Break.
So Pappenhausen playing it to the rampaging Justin Olam. But Cam Murray's out there now. So it didn't take long to get the captain on the park. Another mistake.
You come here tonight with a game plan, moving the ball maybe, and then after about, 14 minutes in, you'd have to totally change the game plan on the field. And this is where it's going to be a big challenge for the young halfback for the Rabbitohs, Lachlan Ilias. But the experienced halves get their troops and say, right, we've got to change it. We've got to get out of dummy half more, change the angles. Because in these slippery conditions, it's incredibly hard to move the ball laterally.
This side, mate.
Let's see if either team adjusts to these slippery conditions.
If Cameron Smith was out there, I reckon he'd be pulling out that third tackle kick down in the corner.
Well, it's all about field position.
Yeah. Just giving a wink and a nod. Love that one. All right, Paulo playing it to Tola. He's 16 metres away now. And Murray can change the direction. I wonder if he'll go the full journey now after coming from the bench. Nichols on 4. Left they come. And an inside pass from Walker finds Arrow. They're fast off the line there. That was Josh King who did well. Shut down the options for South there. Last play coming up. They go away from Ilias to Walker. Still the last. Cook's got it back. Does he know it's still 5? Well, obviously. He tried to flop it out the back, and Xavier Coates has it.
Jackson, go 10.
There's a charge. Nelson Asava Solomona had an abbreviated off-season with the team with the COVID situation and vaccination, etc. But gee, you wouldn't know. And now King, who played 78 games with Newcastle across 6 seasons, kicked from inside the 40 by Munster, and he's a pretty important figure in this squad now. Josh King, when you consider the injury to Smith and Welsh, and Finucane, Cameron has left the club too.
Yeah, big hole left by Dale Finucane. He was a co-captain last
10
year.
metres.
As we see a
Mate, no, it's not
penalty
quick,
to the
it's not
Rabbitohs.
quick. Mate, I didn't call it. I don't know what
But
that
I'll tell
is,
you what
but it's
about
not
Josh
for
King.
me.
He was the most impressive player. This is the reports from the coaches on the famous army camp that the Melbourne Storm do
Oh, right.
in each pre-season. He was the most impressive out of all the players there this year.
Wow. It takes some doing. So the applause here is for the late Shane Warne. A standing ovation around Amy Park. The statue sits outside the MCG just across the corner as Mitchell goes around to Campbell Graham and then came back infield.
This is really good play here from South Sydney. And it's the halves playing together. But down the right side this time, Lachlan Ilias goes right in the line and plays really straight, which then gets them to the edge of the field with an overlap. And unfortunately, the ball goes down. But there's some really good signs there. Just the way Lachlan Ilias went right into the line. And the combination, Ilias, Cody to Latrell. That's what the Bunnies have got to see more of. Get in field position and get your creative players playing together. Oh.
Jesse Bromwich, the skipper. Oh! Good desperation by Harry Grant to get back and scoop it up.
It's a funny game, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just hasn't sort of got into a rhythm yet. Errors and penalties.
Yeah, it's been very clunky over the last 5 or 6 minutes. Just the teams are trading errors at the moment. So both coaches will be unhappy with that.
Trentley Aero into the game. Last play through their hands. In fact, they go a couple of passes out, and Pappenhausen kicks straight to Tane Milne. Oh, Munster barreled away.
That had hurt. That would hurt. And he's just, look at this.
Oh, he caught his teammate on the way down. Three tackles down here, and still 19 short of the halfway. First involvement for Tom Burgess now. He doesn't go anywhere of significance. Melbourne muscling up. Walker is going to try and put a play on him. He goes to Arrow. And with a bit of width, they make some additional yardage. Kafusi, the tackler. Back to Lachlan Ilias. Just his third NRL game. A lot of pressure on the young man. From a standing start. Gets around the kick chasers and gets back to his own 20. They're a mere now. And Ola, Cam Murray tried to rush up and cut down the time he had to rev up there.
Cam Murray, you got to pick your marks.
Yeah.
And try to smash him.
Now the aero. Gee, this is powerful stuff by Melbourne. They're up and over the halfway. Used to Pappenhausen to Kafusi. Up she goes. Jerome Hughes is right boot. Coach is trying to get a run at the ball, but it was nice work there. Johnston helping out Latrell, running a bit of cover. Now Jackson Paulo. Now it's on Burks. They're going nowhere here.
Well, if you have a look at the South Sydney Rabbitohs at the moment, they're just standing flat-footed. Every single one of them. There's one line across the field, flat-footed.
Ilias, oh dear, he was never in a position to kick him. Munster was right in front of him. That's a really bad set, isn't it?
And that's why it's difficult, and Joey would know it's hard to kick off very little momentum.
Yeah, it was a slow play the ball. Near impossible to get any sort of result kicking off that slow play the ball. And they've got to strip it back, South. Just start playing off Cook. A few change of angles around the run. keep harping on this slippery ground, but they've got to start changing the angles, start playing at a dummy half.
Ball sent to Munster. Now Hughes, now Pappenhausen. They're playing at a different pace here. Xavier Coates. He's only got Latrell. He got it back to Pappenhausen. Oh, too good. They've got a different gear, Melbourne. They clicked it up into fourth and they've stripped Souths out wide for their second try.
But it's the first pass on the Harvey Norman replay. Munster will get the ball, but he plays fairly early, which gives Jerome Hughes room, which then gives Pappenhausen room on the outside, which frees up Xavier Coates, and what an athlete. But it's the ability of Munster and Jerome Hughes to play a little bit earlier, give time to make time. Look, catch, pass, which gives Pappenhausen time to play on the outside. Just so well drilled, the Melbourne Storm.
Well, if we just look at that first try where Harry Grant kicked over the top and found space for Xavier Coates, if we can just have a look at the high shot of the defensive line of the Rabbitohs, their wingers are pushing their line in. So they're defending really short, a compressed try line. Have a look here. Have a look how far infield their wingers are, which provides space on the outside. A lovely pass by Pappenhausen. Great timing by Xavier Coates, and as all good fullbacks do, and he's learned from the best, backs up his man for a try.
They're quite passive on the edge too, South Sydney. Normally teams, when they play those second man plays, they like to rush the winger and the outside men, the centres, try to cut them down. Hold and slid there.
He's in from the sideline this time, Harry Grant, and he's left that one out wide too.
I think you're safe, brother. unless they widen the post.
Just going to wait. Latrell, please. Thank you. Just timing here, boys.
So it's 8-0 Melbourne. I think Cam's goal kicking record's safe. Poor Harry. Harry might last the night. Cameron Munster will want to have a crack at the goal kicking, I reckon.
Why isn't Ryan Pappenhausen kicking?
Yeah, that's a good point.
He kicked a lot.
Yeah, he's a good kicker.
I think maybe Nelson Asafa Solomona might kick better.
That's a wrap. He'd kick it a long way. He'd kick the air out of the thing. Might go to Freddie here. Brad, just see. Oh, hang on. Harry's off. He's got Munster inside. Harry gets to Latrell. Here's Munster. He's away. He's off. They're airborne tonight, Melbourne. I haven't seen them here in 11 months, but this is some of their very best stuff.
Yeah, and it's a great play, Matty, by a couple of their guns. Started by Harry Grant, straight up the middle. What a run it was there by the number 9. And look, he's running off his own 20-metre line here. Lovely space on the Harvey Norman replay. A defender must take the dummy half, and the markers, their first job is to go at him. Big Tommy Burgess got caught out there. Munster, first game of the year, and he bags a meat pie.
You can see on that angle, you can see Tom Burgess going up and out, which then isolates the marker, and Kaloamatangi just doesn't work from marker. That was really poor ruck defence. And then Munster, he looks fit, the hair is flowing, the moustache is on point, the tongue is out. Have a look at him.
Well, Kaloamatangi there, Joey, it looked like he put his hands in the air and like he was called offside.
But Tom Walker going up and out.
Yeah.
And then Kaloamatangi just doesn't come back to cover, and he goes through without a hand laid on him. It's,
yeah.
You know, marker defence and those first defenders off the ruck, that's where your defence starts from. You cannot get that wrong.
Who's Tom Walker? Good evening to Tom Walker if you're at home. It's Tom Burgess.
Oh.
So Pappenhausen's taken over the goal kicking.
I think of me mate from Bronte.
Good evening, Tom. What? Who's that?
It's his alias.
Just gonna wait, Latrell. Still 10 seconds. On the run. Alex, get behind it.
14-0. And Ryan Pappen, whatever was wrong with Ryan Pappenhausen, it's quickly got better after he's seen Harry's first 2 shots at goal. Good evening, Mr. Walker. Good offload. Munster, geez, they're in trouble. They're really slick now. They've settled right into gear. They're moving South Sydney around. They're picking them off out wide. They picked them off through the middle that time. And Xavier Coates, Remus Smith there as well. Just short of the halfway line. Felice Kafusi. No mistake.
Touches defender. Tackle 4. Everybody up.
Little bobble by Felice Kafusi.
I went to go to Brad before, and Harry Grant rudely made that break through the middle. It just feels like they're just at completely different levels, intensity-wise, at the moment.
Well, I think what I'm seeing is there's different plays in South Sydney that are on different levels. It's like, you know, 3/4 of them look fit and ready to go, while there's a few of them that are just a little bit off the pace at the moment. And Harry Grant caught a couple of them out then.
Wow, okay. From Burgess. Up to Melbourne's 40-metre line. Cook playing left. Oh, Elias with a short ball there, and Arrows half through a gap. Desperation by Grant. Drags him down. Quick play the ball. Cook has an exploration, and Murray's there. And Latrell. Oh, that was nice, wasn't it? Campbell Graham back on the inside. Oh, Justin Holland put him down. Still 2 plays left here for Souths. Can they put something on the board? They've got numbers here, and he didn't get the pass. Jackson Paulo, and Melbourne scramble to cover.
It was really good hustle there from Remus Smith.
Walker. Tongue there. Latrell got up as well. Tapped it back. Still the last. Cook. Oh. I think we've got a Falcon. And we've got a Melbourne ball.
Jess, one more set. One more set for Jess. One more set.
Now, Dean Iramia. They led 18 times at halftime last year, Melbourne, for 18 wins. They don't get run down very often.
Well, you play the Storm down here in Melbourne, and it's generally slippery like it is now.
Oh, look at this. Yep.
And the way Melbourne defend, especially around the ruck, it's near impossible to get any go forward in the middle. So, as a kicker, you've got a plan to get a couple of tries from the kicks. Ooh, that pass, beautiful ball. It's an area where South Sydney, you've got to focus right in on. Firstly, trying to win that battle to field position with their long kicks, but then try to jag a couple of tries with your attacking kicks.
Oh, Graham ducked under a loose arm there by Josh King. There's an aggressive run.
Too much, Josh. Slow.
Oh, I needed that.
Well, this is where they really need to construct this set of 6, don't they, Joey? They really need to ask a few questions in this set rather than maybe just one in the last sort of, you know, 4th or 5th tackle.
So they're all out left. Gets them to the middle of the field and on Melbourne's 10, wants to get up and play it. Ilias, Graham, good tackle Munster, good cover Jesse Bromwich. And Damien Cook there, sends it out left, and Murray, oh geez, that was a tackle by Grant, brilliant. Cook now, Arrow, and Hughes is up there on Walker. He got the pass back to Cook, who then goes to Ilias, and then back to Tom Burgess. And now Cook, the trail, fires it away to Tano Milne. It's off a Melbourne boot. They'll get the ball back.
That's just great defence by the Melbourne Storm. I'll tell you what they are doing. They're taking all the time away from the Rabbitohs star players. Cody Walker, they're just up in his face. So anytime he's wanting to try and take that ball to the line and put defenders under pressure, they're already at him, shutting the play down.
Tepai Moeroa into the game now. And now Grant. Felice Kafusi. Just under 9 minutes until the break now. And Hughes. Oh, geez, he hit that well. Spiral bomb. It's floating around up there. Oh, Johnson. He was long odds when it got to the peak of its height, but he did well to steady himself and take that. That's a beautiful kick. Now Jackson Paulo. Made a thud off the boot, didn't it? Jacob Post. And Arrow tackled well by Liero from Marker. And Moeroa there too. And also Felice Kafusi under the pile. Here's Cook. Off down the left where Post has it. Hughes with a legs tackle. They've dropped another one. And Tepai Moeroa races away with it, and he's tackled 15 short of halfway. 14-0. Melbourne over South Sydney here in High Sense. Thursday night footy. We're at Amy Park. They haven't been here for the Melbourne home game since April last year. It is good to be back, and the fans are enjoying what they're seeing from their team so far. Pappenhausen to Grant.
Punching holes through the middle of the South Sydney defence. Really worrying signs here for the Bunnies.
Grant, one-handed run. He's got Munster there. He palmed off Campbell Graham. He eluded the tackle of Arrow. He got it back to Justin Olam. A flick pass to Kenny Bromwich, who wants to get it away but can't. It's only tackle 4 here. Trouble brewing again. Hughes to Trent Liero. Really important tackle, this one for Souths coming up right here. Hughes, what a great pass. Here comes Air Coates. Up here goes Xavier. The ball comes back and it's taken over and touching goal by Ilias.
These players down on their haunches. South Sydney, nice kick in the end. Awful pass from dummy half. Needs a haircut, Harry. The hair's in his eyes. But their ruck defence, players being left on the ground for South Sydney. A passage before where Harry Grant got out of dummy half to Munster. And Cook was left on the ground. Short drop out.
It's just on the 10. No, they got it back. Nice work. And now Jai Arrow playing dodging with the defence there. It's tackled by Moeroa just outside the 20. Burgess. Now Post. Hughes there with Grant in defence. This time tries to duck under the defence. Liero and King combined to stop him. Ilias now for Matangi. Backhanded pass, it was good. It was taken well by Campbell Graham. He's closing in on 100 NRL games, Campbell Graham. He's 92nd tonight. He's only 22 years of age. Ilias. He goes high. Bill chases him. That wasn't what the doctor ordered.
South coach Jason Demetrio, only second game in charge at NRL level. Cameron, in view of Jason, what would be said at half-time?
Oh, look, I think the first message would be just to work a little bit harder to get behind the ball, Joey. Just on the sets where they receive the ball from kick, reception or turnovers, work back hard and get behind there and get some sort of structure going in attack, just to be able to throw some questions at the Storm defence. And also, too, just improve on the ending of sets down in good ball as well.
Win once in a lifetime access to Telstra's free ad space during round 9 of the 2022 Telstra NRL Premiership. Join Telstra Plus and enter by March 21. Eligibility criteria and T&Cs apply. Oh, here's a drop.
Okay. Everybody up. Shot clock on.
So they need their big guns to stand up. Latrell, spoke about him in the pre-game, the X factor, the presence he has, the superstar qualities. This is where he needs to stand up. His team needs him, something special.
Walker, Latrell, they open up some space for Mill, but the purple jumpers come racing across off the scrum.
Now attack from here. Attack from here. They just can't send one back in. They had the Storm defence retreating and disorganised. Now they send another one in and they get their defence set to Storm. Get a half break, you got to attack that next play.
Walker. Oh, lost it under pressure there from Coates, who just came sprinting in from the wing. That's such a good point, Cam. They are putting so much pressure on those key men. Whenever there's a threat, the Storm are up in their face before they can think.
And they're just so well drilled, Matty. When they go to that left-hand side, and that is their lethal side. We spoke about that, but Xavier Coates there, where he's seen some pressure coming and he jammed his attacker heading his way, forced the error.
Gentlemen, can't wait for Friday night football at the SCG tomorrow evening. A blockbuster. The Roosters and the Seagulls, both losers in the opening round, so they're keen to get their season underway. Don't miss all the action here on your home of rugby league. Nine's Wide World of Sports. It's a flip of the coin job, this one, I would have thought. What do you think, you two?
Teddy Turbo Shooter.
Yeah.
Who do you like on that one?
I think Manly may just get up.
Yeah, I think the Roosters, some of their key players coming back from long-term injuries. It takes a while to come back from those knee injuries. A little bit underdone, the Bunnies, but there'll be nothing in it. I think Manly can get home on the back of Turbo. What a game that'll be.
Well, the Panthers played him out of the game last week. The Roosters, we know how good they are in defence. See if they can replicate the same tactics forward.
Well, I'll tell you what, boys. The Storm have dominated this first half, and it's 14-0, but Craig Bellamy will not be a happy man with these errors.
And look at the errors from the Storm. There's 5 errors. Very unlike the Storm. And we spoke about the ground being slippery, but timing's out there. Kafusi just overrunning Jerome Hughes. So the errors there. 6 to the Storm, 9 to the Rabbits.
Walker now. And Campbell Graham.
Campbell Graham might go to sleep tonight, dreaming, maybe nightmares about Justin Olam and his right shoulder.
Would be the first person. Campbell Graham again. He bounced off Munster. There's Justin Olam. All right, 40 seconds until half-time. Souths have a chance here. Can they get on the board before half-time? Here's Cody Walker. Oh, no, the pass missed Johnston, and it stays in. Oh, look out, there was half an opportunity for Remus Smith, who's then been tackled over the touchline. That's the Souths knock on first.
He's had him shot to pieces then
Lock
down
on,
that
Melbourne
left side.
feed.
Just watch Cam Murray's pass here.
50.
They have a 4-on-2 on the outside. But once again, they just cannot find that final pass. Xavier Coates there.
Yep.
He sort of gets caught in no man's land, but spooks Cody Walker a little bit. Unfortunately for South, they've created some half chances, just that final pass.
Well, that was an outstanding half of football for Melbourne, notwithstanding the fact that Craig Bellamy, according to his old captain, won't be happy at half-time. He'd certainly be pleased with the scoreline. 14 points to 0. There's Damien Cook. Everyone waits for him to run, don't they? Everyone waits for Cook to set the game alight. He's had no chance tonight.
Well, teams change their marker defence when playing against Damien Cook, but he has to find a way to get into the game. If he can feel they're doing that, then he's going to change his game up to exploit how teams are defending him from marker.
There is a number 9 who's playing his first game of the year, Harry Grant, but wow, what a player he's become.
Tell us about Harry, Cameron. How hard does he work on his game? And what's his big strengths?
Well, his main strength, Joey, is his vision out of dummy half and his speed. He loves to run the footy and he's fit. He is rock hard fit. He trains there. He's one of the fittest blokes in this Melbourne Storm squad. And that was a key feature of his when he first turned up here as a young man. As we all know, he spent 12 months over at the West Tigers, developed his game a little bit more. And now he's reaping the rewards with the 9 jersey for the Melbourne Storm.
Well, he whacks a few in defence too.
He's taped that hair up, which is good.
Hope he's pretty kick.
So Latrell resumes the battle here for the second half, and that comes Tepai Moroa, the former Parramatta Eel, the former New South Wales Waratah. We'll see at half-time too, Alec McDonald has made his way onto the field for his second NRL game, number 15 for Melbourne. Around the decoy there, it goes away to Josh King.
Just on Alec McDonald, Matty, he played 2 Queensland Cup games last year.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
And then he straight into the NRL team, so he must have impressed Craig Bellamy in that pre-season effort.
Born in New Zealand, Alec McDonald. We'll see him shortly as Muntz does first kick. It lands in no man's land, and Latrell, well, he was confident the ball was going to bounce for him, and it did. He's trying to get around Remus Smith. Oh, he's close to the touchline here, Latrell. Look out. Now Jackson Paulo. There's Harry. Brilliant one-on-one tackle. Alex Johnston now. Rower there in the defensive line. And King and McDonald was the tackler to finish it off. And now Jacob Host, in his second year at South Sydney, the former Dragon. Murray to the line. There's no one waiting for the pass.
It just slipped out of his hands again.
How about this? A kick on tackle too. Coates is after it. He got back there, Johnston, but he spins the wheels and he goes to ground a couple of metres out from the line.
You're just watching Damien Cook in back play, hobbling back. He fell over. Without anyone around him. They're the ones you worry about. But that's a sign to South Sydney from the Storm. They're going to back their defence to win this game. Kicking early, big chase.
There's a good run, Tane Milne. 4 tackles gone, and Cook, he's okay. He has a run that time, which yields about 14 metres and gets South up to the halfway. Oh, might have had an argument for 6 more there, but the referee disagreed with that.
Just watching Cody Walker after he kicked that ball, he doesn't look right on that right leg, does he? He picked up pretty bad cork last week against the Broncos, and the strong part of his game usually is when he kicks the ball, he chases. He leads that chase down there, but he looks pretty ginger.
I was watching him walk off at half time. A real
Shows on the inside, out to Munster, through Bromwich, Olin, upended, good tackle. Tane Milne. And then pressure at Kalamatangi, it forces a change of kicker, Munster with a floater, and Johnston, good catch. Well, not too many do this to Justin Olam. Bang. I reckon Tane Milne's been picked on the wing there because of his size and his ability to run out of yardage. It's a good hit on there. Oh, here's Tom Burgess. That's better. We've got a bit of field position here now. See if they can do anything with it. Ilias plays out to Walker, Kalamatangi. And he got rid of Grant. Gives it back now to Campbell Graham. Oh, it all breaks down. Got to give himself up, Campbell. 13 metres short of the Melbourne line. Ilias, Murray, and then Walker, and then Mitchell, who catches it. He's going to have to get a kick on this. Oh, he gives it back to Jackson Paulo. Jackson, it's the last. Hand over.
They've just seen a little bit out of sync tonight, the Rabbits. Passes just not finding the mark where they need to be. Timing a little bit out on the runs. And then the Storm, they're just urgent in defence, aren't they? They're just at you all night, attacking with their defence.
Here's young Alec McDonald, the 20-year-old. Moroa. And Damien Cook, 36 tackles. Well, he'll play the 80 minutes, he might make 70 by the time full time's called. Now Grant. Well, he didn't pass it to Munster. It'll be it's an obstruction penalty. Well, he was appealing for tackle without the ball, and Jared Sutton's gone the other way.
You can challenge if you want to challenge it, but I've ruled obstruction. It's not quick, mate. Okay, Joey. Melbourne are challenging the ruling of obstruction.
So here's Grant, and then
just
Munster
looking to determine
up.
if there's an obstruction by Melbourne.
Well,
Cameron Munster is a support player and is tackled before there's any possible obstruction. The challenge is successful.
Tackled before any obstruction occurs.
well,
No, it's a penalty to Melbourne.
well, it was a millisecond.
tackled him without the
It was a
ball.
millisecond before he comes into play, but
Mate, I understand what you're saying.
he's got away with one there, Munster. As well, as a coach, if Jai Arrow doesn't commit himself to a tackle there as Balliot goes off and he's off the back of the coach's box. If Jai Arrow doesn't come in and make a tackle there, the coach is straight up. Down to Freddie.
Well, Jason Demetriou should be running to the back of the box. That decision was ridiculous.
Might be costly too, as Kafusi has the ball under the tackle of Murray, 11 metres out from South Sydney's line. They work across to Josh King. Cook and Kalamatangi are waiting for him. Now Grant sends a couple underneath, fires it out to Hughes, then Pappenhausen, long pass to Xavier Coates. Nothing, they're going to bite. Oh, he got it back in. How did he do that, Xavier Coates? He was about to end up in the queue for a meat pie. I think it's 6 more as well. Had a couple go their way here, Melbourne. Munster gave it away to Hughes and Grant, and then Moroa. Tackled by Burgess. Grant now. Oh, Harry's lost the ball. And Kalamatangi with it now. Tries to break through. It's come out the back. That's gone backwards. That'll be play on.
Got 6 more in yardage.
Well, they need that, the Bunnies. One, they need a breather, and they need a bit of a leg up to get down the other end, get some field position. And this is where teams love to attack their set starts from taps. Start this 45 metres out from the Storm try line. Lachlan Ilias here, if he doesn't feel anything in this set of 6, he's got to be thinking kick. What's my kick? How do I build pressure? How do I keep that momentum?
I know they've had no field position, Andrew, but I don't think they've had an attacking kick all night.
It's a big test for this young man. And those big lessons you learn are generally on the field.
Good playing right now. There's Ilias. Walker. Got some numbers here. Graham. They roll up fast. A couple of the defenders got past the ball there, and Graham, he stopped 4 metres short of the Melbourne line. No points after half time yet. It'll be big if Souths could score. Walker, tap on. Oh no, it's been lost by Johnston.
No, it was unlucky, but it was better attack. They went down the right side and they made a dent. But then the next play, they opened the field and attacked down the left side. This ball goes to hand. Alex Johnston's in the corner. There's better attack.
Welcome to coaching, Jason.
What a great gig.
$14-0 Melbourne over South Sydney. Played by Harry Grant now. Pappenhausen to McDonald. It's quite amazing, Cam, isn't it? 2 senior games straight into the NRL.
It's a fair effort, Matt. Yeah. And he's acquitted himself really well here tonight. He's taken it to the big man of the Bunnies.
Munster. Oh, look at this. How strong is he? Ilias couldn't get a grip on him. He nearly threw Kalamatangi away as well. Kenny Bromwich has thrown a kick over the top, which is pretty good. Oh, Latrell let it go. Latrell didn't throw himself out of Melbourne and a score. It's Iramia. There was a lack of desperation to jump on the ball there.
I love this kick. A short side, short kick over the top from around 40, 50 metres out. If you can bring that defensive winger up on the Harvey Norman replay, there is so much room. At worst, the fullback's coming forward with a kick chase of players, and they have to dive at the ball and dive at the players' knees. You bring up the blindside winger, put it over the top. The ball bounces Latrell Mitchell. He can see the chasers coming. End up picking up the scraps. Beautiful play, great kick.
Not bad for a back rower.
He's a skillful player, Kenny Bromwich. And he's gone from strength to strength, as we see here on the high shot. What a lovely little dink in behind into no man's land. And well, Latrell, he just watching the ball. Yeah. Lacked a little bit of urgency there from the superstar number 1.
Just so much room there. If you can bring up that defensive winger and he comes off the line, there is 30, 40 metres where the ball can land. Worst case scenario, you've got 3 or 4 chasers flying down and the fullback having to dive forward to get that ball with the chasers coming. It's a tough ball to get. Brad Fittler
I think that was a lovely dedication from Kenny Bromwich to Shane Warne. The spin on that ball as it hit the deck, you can see how apprehensive Latrell was coming forward, but it was dead set right angles as that ball bounces. Just went directly sideways. All the South Sydney players were all more worried about where the Melbourne Storm players were. And just the numbers of jerseys, the numbers of purple jerseys.
Well, hang on, Freddie, we haven't signed off on this yet.
Offside on the kick.
Offside. So it's one of the chasers in front of the kicker here. Yeah.
The first kick chase has been cleared as onside.
Munster.
Cameron Munster's in front of the kicker, Ryan Pappenhausen, at this point.
And he gets involved, would you say he gets involved in the play?
Cameron Munster plays an active part in the next part of the play. We have a decision.
What active part? He falls over.
They've dodged a bullet, the Rabbits. They need to take advantage of this.
Wow.
With 30 minutes to go.
Well, that is nitpicking at its best.
That's the ruling.
And the Rabbitohs player, was it Ilias?
Oh, no, mate, but this.
He fell over before Munster was even involved.
There's a process. There's a process.
But anyway,
Yeah.
here it is here. Wow.
So just to explain that, you can be off in front of the kicker, but you can't play what they call an active role. So you've got to be passive, so not involved in the play thereafter. The ruling is that Munster had an effect on the play after he was offside. This is Davey Moali, 18 years of age? 18. Big. Turns 19 next week. Murray. Here he is! Moali! Oh, he ran straight past Pappenhausen. What are they saying here?
Well, Cam Murray was held off the ball. The referee's saying play on.
Oh, he slipped over there too, Paulo.
We'll have a sin bin.
Yeah, I think it was tapped by Moroa.
We're going to let play continue for the minute. Walker up in the air. It's taken by Munster. Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, we're coming back to the penalty and
well refereed.
Yeah,
he let the play
Check
go on.
by.
Yeah,
he's gone. He's in the bin.
This will be a bin.
Jag back.
Good refereeing.
Yeah. I like that. I like when the officials just let it play. Because sometimes when they pull the game up in that instant, it takes all momentum away from the Rabbitohs.
That's what it is, boys.
You see tap by Moroa. Here it is here. Lovely play by Cam Murray. A nice straight run.
Oh,
and there it is there. He's held out of play.
Oh.
He's almost certain to back up the middle and score.
Moali. 18, did you say?
Yeah.
What about his second touch? Goes straight through. Could have got a try assist.
Well, Joey, if you have some joy in that position, hitting inside your own views, you go back there, don't you?
Here's the young tearaway playing it. Cook away to Murray, to Burgess. Look, as dominant as Melbourne have been, they're only out 14-0 and they're down to 12. Murray, oh, they tried the intercept. Going to be a knock-on against Melbourne.
Desperation by Xavier Coates. He had to
tram line here, boys.
Make that play there and get some sort of touch on the football, because that was a certain 4-pointer for the Bunnies.
Well, he was away. If he catches that ball, Xavier Coates, he plays the ball, not the man. Look at that. He gets a hand to it.
Cody Walker, Latrell Mitchell, Tane Milne tried the direct route, which would have been over Iramia, but he stood his ground. See, this has happened a bit with South tonight, that they'll get themselves revved up. They're about to do something, and then it just all falls apart. So Burgess carries it to the 10-metre line. Sets Souths up in midfield. Cook to Cameron Murray, to Cody Walker. They've lost it.
Yeah, they're just building combinations, South Sydney fans. Be patient. All new combinations. I doubt that Cody Walker has played much football with Jackson Paulo. Just when you're out in the field, sometimes you're too gassed. You can't talk, so you go back to all those old habits and combinations. They haven't played much footy together. You can see the frustration on Cody Walker's face. He's trying everything. Last week I watched him closely at Brisbane. He fired all his bullets, trying all his tricks, but it's just not happening. Just got to be patient.
Well, they've got a player down in the defence too, Melbourne, so that's a couple of chances Souths have had to make them pay on the scoreboard. They couldn't make it stick. Sunday afternoon footy, thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Off to Newcastle, the Knights against the Tigers. I like the look of that one.
What a game that'll be.
Yeah.
I think, let's hope all the Novocastrians turn down. Hope we get 25, 26,000. They haven't seen much footy with COVID. And then after the team had that big win last weekend, the town's buzzing.
Plenty of hang time on that one. Coates catches it. Oh, Hughes is there again. No one from South wanted to catch it. Smith toes it ahead. It'll go in touch and go.
Field of play.
Oh, in the field of play.
Hey, Cameron, I want to ask you about Cameron Munster. Came down here, was it 2015? Did you see this superstar qualities in him back then?
Yeah, I did, Joey, and he filled the void for Billy Slater, who, as we know, suffered two back-to-back, actually, serious shoulder injuries. And he come down and played fullback. He filled that role, which was Billy Slater, the greatest fullback in the game at the time. And throughout those 2 seasons, he was just a footballer. He really was. And he got thrown into the fire of NRL, and he played outstanding. That 2016 season, I believe he would have been in the top 2 or 3 fullbacks in the game. He was a footballer.
He dominated Queensland Cup football, Andrew, as a 17-year-old.
I can remember seeing clips of him.
Here's Mill. He's got some likely things, Tane Mill. He's moved over to left centre, and Jackson Paulo has gone to the right wing after a couple of handling errors. Elias takes off. Oh no, it's an obstruction.
Cameron Murray.
Not a lot going right here for the Bunnies.
Obstruction on Cameron
There's
Murray.
Blockers or lazy attackers just milling around the ruck. As we see here, Cam Murray. Oh, he just drops the left shoulder into Jesse Bromwich.
Done some really good things tonight, Elias. His ball playing's been good. He's obviously really young in his career. But it showed some sign. I watched him in the Charity Shield. Showed some really good touches. His ball playing. He plays straight into the line. He's passing. He hits the mark. But he's still developing his game, building the combinations. I think there's a player there. Once again, I say it, be patient.
Well, you talk about building combinations. They managed 2 line breaks against Brisbane last week and 1 try. So we're coming on now 140 minutes of football. They scored 4 points. This is the team that broke their own record last year for try scoring for the club. Munster to Kenny Bromwich. Haven't had any points after the break here. Hughes to Pappenhausen. He's dropped down 10 short. Here's Harry Grant. Here's Jerome Hughes. He goes himself. Nearly. Not quite. Grant kicks to the in goal. It's just a fraction deep, and Tane Milne's going to do his best. No way. Oh, Harry axed him.
Jeez, that was class, Cameron.
Yeah, that's smart play by Harry Grant from dummy half. He had him on the hop, he had a couple of quick play the balls, and I actually thought he was going to take a run, as we see here. And what about that little dink in the right foot? And
Look at the tackle.
bang, bang, get that into you. Great play all round by Harry. Damien Cook in a bit of trouble here.
You need to stop.
All right, Damien Cook getting some treatment. It's 14-0. Drop out by Latrell, and it's run back here by Kenny Bromwich. So Maroa due back in the bin shortly. 2 minutes 45. Kafusi almost through. Good defence. Cook's all right there. About a breather as much as anything else, I'd suggest. Now, Jesse Bromwich with it. Tackle number 4 here for Melbourne. Grant went one way, worked the other to Munster. Nothing doing. Oh, he just stopped everyone. When he stops, everyone stops. Then he takes off. Then he goes to Grant. The kick ahead. Oh, Latrell got there, I think. Oh, Olam thinks he got there. My first instinct was Latrell got there, but Justin Olam lights at the referee.
Have no try.
Not so confident.
Just reviewing groundings, mate.
Watching Munster play, he's at his best when he's unorthodox. The offload, Harry
All
Green.
Melbourne Storm kick chasers are onside.
Puts the kick in. And
Oh!
I think Olam gets there first, but I think he bounces the ball.
Does anyone ground it? Does anyone get the ball on the turf?
I think Latrell's left-handed. I think he misses it. Ilias.
Just looking to determine if there's a grounding from Melbourne.
He bounces. Does Lachlan Ilias holds Harry Grant back? I wonder if they'll go back and have a look at this. Latrell's left hand goes over the ball, and Olam bounces the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't award a try there.
So it'll be knock on against Olam.
Justin Olam fails to ground the ball in the in-goal. We have a decision.
I think maybe Lachlan Ilias was lucky there. I think he grabs at Harry Grant after Harry kicks the ball through.
Out to 20.
The concerning thing for the Rabbitohs through this period where Tepwai Moroa has been in the bin is the Melbourne Storm actually look more threatening.
Look at Munster. Looks
with one less player.
Must be so strong and balanced. Look at this. And when he's unorthodox and dancing around, jumping around, must be so hard to tackle.
There's a theory with Cameron Munster. If he doesn't know what he's doing, the defenders have no idea.
He's tried hard tonight, Captain Cam Murray.
Swinging with Walker. They'll make a bit of territory there. Tepwai Moroa. Just over 90 seconds away. Ooh. Cody Walker gets crunched by Olam in the ribs. Thanks, Justin. That's a Toller. He's back after a recharge on the bench, 15 metres out. Can they manage something by way of a kick here? Cook to Ilias. Latrell caught that behind Graham.
Well, hand over. Just control it. Make 10 here, Damien.
Again, there was the miscommunication on the last. Campbell Graham overran Latrell. He almost ran into the same space, and just there was an opportunity for an overlap for the Bunnies, but the last pass, they just seemed to struggle to get that last pass on tonight.
They're just really lacking that real dominant voice. I want to state the obvious. We all know what's happened with Adam Reynolds leaving. When you got your halfback barking at you, the other players feel comfortable with that voice, especially if that's that familiar voice.
.20 attempts. Johnston evades one, gets past Munster, steps Kenny Bromwich, Nelson with an ankle tap, good return, Alex Johnston.
Well, they need to get on the back of that, the Bunnies. That's an inspiring run by Alex Johnston.
Melbourne haven't got themselves set again as Jackson Paulo goes over the halfway.
This is where they've got to strike. They've got them retreating, so they've got to stand up and play off this go forward.
Walker, Latrell Mitchell, they're going backwards here. Mitchell, oh, he lost it.
You can see the signs, you can see they're working, it's working there. Just the last punch, they're just lacking that knockout punch. Crowded room there was a 3-on-2. I've got to say, well defended by the Storm. No one panicked, they all worked together, but created opportunities, South. They're just lacking that real polish on the last pass.
And back to 13 aside, Moroa back out there. Can't put Munster on the deck. Hughes wrapped up nicely. Totola and Murray. Oh, good luck with that. No, they're letting everything bounce here. And that one bounces favourably for Johnson. That could bounce anywhere, that ball.
Coach killer. Coach killer, definitely. This is the part of the game here where the Rabbitohs, they need to find some energy in attack. They're not that far off from cracking the Melbourne Storm. It's 14-0, and with the class that they do have in their footy side, they're still in this match.
Cody Walker, another one gone down.
Regathered before going in a touch. Scrum. Okay, down the middle. Everybody up there. Everybody up. Okay. Shot clock on. Work him in for a sig.
Here it is here, the replay. Just once again, well defended. Created the overlap on the outside. But the Melbourne Storm, you can see them all working together. They don't panic. You talk about combinations, not only in attack, but also defensively. They all know their role. They all work together. I really feel for Cody Walker out here. He's doing everything in his power. It's just not happening.
Stand up now, Joy. Hold square. Right now, Damien. Hold.
Holland. And Nichols wanted to have a crack at stealing the football there. And Totola helping. Mark Nichols out with a tackle. Here's Nelson. Lovely offload. Grant, Munster. And now Hughes. Look at that. How do you get away from a tackle there, Jerome Hughes? Now Tepai Moroa. He lost it.
That's what you call a trombone in the string section.
Everybody up. Shot clock on.
Yeah, he got a little bit excited there.
I reckon he's watched tapes at home of plays in the past, showing, going, dummy. He thought, here's my chance.
Paulo now with it. Outside the 30. Held there by Kenny Bromwich. Here goes Jai Arrow. Let's see if the Bunnies can make one sticky. There's still 15 minutes left. Murray playing it short there to Totola. right underneath the black dot, and 9 metres out from the line, a looping pass. Oh, not again! The line was wide. That's about 6 times they've knocked on.
Yep.
It's on repeat.
They've created so many opportunities. It's the last pass, but it's also the defensive energy from the outside defenders from the Melbourne Storm putting pressure on the ball players. But they have created 4 or 5 genuine chances in the last 15, 20 minutes. And now all the pressure is released. Brad Fittler.
And also, we spoke about the conditions early in the game. And if something's not working, like your timing, you can't keep going back to it if you're relying on a tap-on to a winger. The slippery ball and the slippery conditions just don't allow much room for error. As we can see, they go for a different tack with a long pass off dummy half. But the tap-on's just not a reliable pass when it's slippery.
And just a small break in play there. Seeing the brains trust of the Melbourne Storm get together. Well, I was going to say they're planning something big, but the biggest man on the field, Asova Solomona, he's put one down. And this is the period of the game where the Storm will try to ice this match, as we see the knock-on by the big man.
Well, the magic of the Premiership is that it is real. From the athletes who play it to the fans who love it. 16 teams chasing the same dream every year. Who will taste glory in 2022? It's all the real that makes the NRL so unreal. Secure your seats from nrl.com/tickets. What will they dish up on this set, South Sydney?
6 more, 0 again. Go, 0.
An extra tackle helps them. Here goes Totola. Centre of the 30-metre line. Cook, Nichols now. Plenty of room to move. He's run for about 13 metres there, Mark Nichols, if not a bit more. Damien Cook playing right. Ilias, Mitchell, Paulo. Jeremiah, good legs tackle. Good cover from the inside too. Justin Olam. Now Arrow. See if they can make it interesting here. See if they can give us a finish. Here's the left-hand combo, over the top, surely, yes!
And there it is, the lethal left side. Beautiful passing, first from their captain, Cam Murray. Harvey Norman replay, and then watch these hands from Cody Walker. Finds the pass. Xavier Coates going for the intercept. They're over in the corner.
There is the try-scoring freak, Alex Johnston, on the end of that left-hand combo. So, they've created so many opportunities. And I wasn't exaggerating when I said they've dropped the ball about 6 times in that same position. Finally, they've got a try on the board, and this is to bring it back to an 8-point game. There's time. There's heaps of time. Oh, not a good kick. Well, there's Damien Cook on the bench. You don't see that very often. We'll get Danica and Freddie on the case. He's had a few leg issues throughout the night. There's been a couple of stoppages. And he's normally an 80-minute toiler. Billy has gone out there, so an adequate replacement, as far as experience goes, but not the same running game, of course. The try scorer now, Alex Johnston, who has 9 tries in his last 11 games against Melbourne now. 10 points the difference. If South can jag another one here in the next minute or two, or next few minutes anyway, it's game on.
Well, when they hit form, here's Latrell.
Oh no.
Tackle 3, Latrell.
He's all right.
Tackle 3. Yeah, he's just hit his leg.
Clash of knees, maybe, I think, with Harry Grant. He's all right, the big
Okay,
man.
player. Gotta use your foot. Wait, back up, Josh.
South Sydney, when they get a try, they can catch fire. Here's Latrell. He goes to step and just clash knees or heads.
I think he just slipped and his knee went underneath him. Murray now. Oh, it's touched by Melbourne.
Not played at.
Okay. They're really right for Cody Walker. Oh, now here is a chance.
And look at the body language of the players.
Okay.
Look at South. They're on their
Shot clock
tippy
on.
toes. They're bouncing.
Here, boys.
Where the Storm, a few heads went down. When they catch fire, this team, the Bunnies can put tries on back to back to back. If they can jag one here, then the pressure is turned up on the Storm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's not happy, Craig. Elfie goes up the back again. Now this is set on the right-hand side of the field. This scrum means the ball will be coming out to their favoured.
Oh, penalty.
Not quick.
Scrum clock expires.
I think the Storm would rather that.
Yeah.
They get their line set.
Oh.
I think they might have been deliberate, you know, because they all rushed back and they were organised pretty quickly. Patola. Just when we thought this game was going to be one-sided, Souths can throw some real life into the last few moments here. Ilias couldn't get it away. Olam with a rushing tackle. And then Bromwich there too, 6 more. Here goes Nichols with it. Oh, Nichols. Pappenhausen there. King there. Grant there as well. Only tackle 2. When do they go left? Now's the answer. Oh, they're going to score again, are they? Oh, it came off a Melbourne play. I don't know that he played it that. Yeah, he did.
It'll be a play the ball. It's gone into touch.
Oh, that was a gold-plated
Play the ball,
chance.
Cody. You still want it there? Yep.
Oh.
It's on a loop. It's on a loop.
Yeah.
How many times have we
They
seen
could
that
have scored
exact
4 or 5
result?
tries down here.
Well, they've still got another chance here, Joey.
Well, they're finishing hard. Pavilli now. Murray to dummy half with Nichols. Hits it up near the post. Sucks in 4 Melbourne defenders. They play left here and Jacob Post. That's not going to get you there. 3 down. Pavilli. Long pass to Murray. Oh, we got a penalty. They're offside.
Yeah.
Josh and Kenny.
Yeah.
10
They all
metres.
left early.
Josh and Kenny. Jesse, that's a couple on the bounce. Josh and Kenny, 10 metres. Need to tidy it up down here.
And Jesse Bromwich, the captain, he's just been warned. Any more indiscretions, there'll be a player in the bin.
They just have to get Latrell and Cody playing together. When those two play together, that's when the magic happens. Latrell, you see him out here on the right. He's just got to get on the left with Cody. Even if they know it's coming, they can't stop it. When these two catch fire.
Totola. Oh, Totola. Look at that, 32 play-the-balls inside Melbourne's 20. 1 try to speak of. Murray now. Oh, good ball. In traffic. Another penalty. Someone might be in the bin. Someone might be in the bin here.
Yeah,
Justin.
Yes, he's in the bin.
Justin on.
Wow. 5.5 left.
Mate,
Melbourne
we
will
just had
finish
two.
with
I
12.
spoke to you, and they've done the same thing. Way you go, Justin.
Souths have got to score in this set, haven't they?
Well, if they're any chance, Matt, to secure a win here tonight at Amy Park, they must score in this set.
Yeah.
Probably have not had a better chance. Well, they've had a few chances.
50-50 there, Silver.
But they probably haven't had a better chance now than what they will see right now, particularly with Justin Olam, a centre, in the bin. Such a critical position, defensive position on the field when you're defending your own try line, Joey.
So Munster will go to left centre.
All right. Nichols with the obligatory hit up on tackle 1, then Totola tackle 2. A metre short. They head right to Elias, to Mitchell. Numbers, surely. They've got the try. Jackson Paulo scores. Latrell has a kick from the sideline to make it a 4-point ball game.
Harvey Norman replay. They went with Justin Holland was defending. He's off the field. Shorter numbers that side, and Latrell, beautiful pass.
Well, Jackson Paulo hasn't had the happiest of nights. He switched from left centre to right wing, and he has scored a vital try. Cam said they had to score on that set. They did. Mitchell, this is his preferred side. The first one wasn't a great strike, and he's left it right.
Yep, no dramas.
They couldn't.
Stay behind
They couldn't. 6 points. Melbourne down to 12. This would be some comeback. They've scored the only points in the second half. Here's Totola. He jumped out of the Yarra River there, Cam. Brad, yes.
Well, the crowd's got a little bit quiet. South Sydney has done a number on the crowd, as well as the Melbourne Storm at the moment. I love the way Latrell then just decided, well, I'm not going to rely on someone else making the pass here. He just picked the 3 on 2 and just made the cutout. Beautiful ball.
Watching Harry Grant, he cannot run. He's cramped up. They have to get him off the field.
Murray, offload. Novelli on the back up. Away to Host. No one pushed up there with him. Tackle 4. Look how far they've travelled.
It's a different looking South Sydney side right now, isn't it, Matt?
Now, the clock might be too... Oh, what about the hand? Oh, no! That is one of the great catches by Walker, and Campbell Graham has grasped a soda.
Well, have a look.
Joey.
Hang on.
Souths are challenging the ruling of a knock-on. They're claiming there's late contact in the play.
The hands from Cody Walker and Latrell. Just watch this. Watch. Look at this. Slippery ball, picks it up and then finds the pass. Brilliant.
The first contact on Lockie Elias is okay. The second contact by Trent Loiero is a tackle on a man without the ball. We have a decision. The challenge is successful.
Whoa.
Yep.
Can we?
Yep.
I'm having a look at that.
Okay.
Now, who was the tackle on?
Okay,
Now, they're saying this one here
makes
is
the
okay
tackle
on
without the ball. It's a
Ilias.
penalty 29 metres
Oh,
out.
okay.
Hit on the shoulder.
On
They
Cam
challenged
Murray.
it. It's
Yep.
been reviewed, and that's the decision.
So that's okay.
But, well, he has to set himself to tackle. He cannot pull out there. He's got his feet positioned to tackle.
It'll be here.
And the thing is, if Ilias plays short to Cam Murray,
Yeah, time's off, mate.
a
Cameron's
defender
on the ball,
needs to
mate.
be prepared to make contact. It's
Wait
it's
there. Wait, Silver.
the fabric of our game.
Just under 3 minutes to go. Golden point, anyone? Here's Totola now. Can Walker or Mitchell break this game open and maybe send this to extra time? Ilias, numbers again. Campbell Graham. Yes, he's going to score! Over to you, Latrell. How has this happened?
Oh, Matty, I don't know, but what a comeback. I don't think anyone here at the ground at Amy Park saw this coming. On the Harvey Norman replay, well, they've identified Justin Olam's edge where he's gone to the bin, and Campbell Graham, what a finish. He just backed himself. He looked to the winger and said, no, I'll drag two over on my own. Lovely hands by Latrell Mitchell.
Here's Latrell. I get the ball and throw it into the crowd. So I get an extra 30, 40 seconds to get the heart rate down. Oh, he hit the previous kick. He got a big draw on it. So if he starts this ball out on that left upright, let him swing it in.
Oh, he didn't trust the pass, did he, Campbell Graham?
He's the coach.
We've dropped
He's the
too many
coach.
tonight. Oh. Righto.
Yep.
It's on Latrell's boot right here, right now. They were gone. Absolutely gone. Latrell Mitchell. It's not coming around.
Wow, the shape on that ball. That ball was torpedoing through the air. The shape on the kick of that ball.
Not one of his best kicks, Latrell. He's a much better kicker than that. And
So whether the plant foot, whether that right boot
look at the ball.
slipped.
None from three tonight.
Yeah, there's only been one conversion all night.
Make sure you time it. Time your run, Jerome. Keep behind it.
But South fans, you can see it. You can see it building.
Well, can they go the length and win it with a try? Oh, no way. You can't believe it.
Well, boys, what did we say just at halftime? The full moon.
Full moon.
The full moon, Freddie.
That big
Speaking
broad
of heart
thing.
rates,
Wow. Short kickoff. It's not over.
Oh, yes, it is, Freddie. Oh, hang on, it's bounced. Oh, that's bounced over the 10. We have seen it all.
No way.
It bounced over the 10 and Cam Murray was standing there. Here we are now through Walker and Host. What's about it? What a wonderful sport. Havili wrestles his way up over the halfway. Now, they've only got 2 tackles to win this. Unless they get a 6 again, they wanted one. Oh, that might have been forward. The crowd thought it was forward. Totola with a hit up.
2-point field goal.
Here we go. Mitchell, he's kicked a long field goal here with the Roosters before. Oh, Latrell.
He's got it.
Oh, no way.
He kicked it.
Oh, no way.
Wow. What a play.
No. He knew he'd kick that with the moment hit the boot. It's 14-all.
Look at this.
Oh. That is unbelievable. This field goal, bang!
And look at the reaction.
Look at the reaction.
He just turns around and jogs
Go
off.
short, Zig. Time your run. Dean, stay behind it. Stay behind it. Time it.
Well, there's only a couple of players in
No
the
way
world
scored,
can
Jacobs.
miss 3 kicks and then just stand up.
Munster, he's going to kick long. Johnston's got it. If they finish 2 tackle, hang on, are they going to just play it out to golden point, or are they going to try to score a try from long range? Mark Nichols now. I think we're going to be filling in an overtime sheet.
They run it. Storm a man down, run the ball.
Last play of the 80 minutes. Havili now. Down to Lachlan Ilias. Out the back now to Walker. Quick hands on. Polo's taken it. Kicks back on the inside. There's no one there. He's lost the ball, Hughes. He'll dive on it. Cam's about to keel over. We've all seen the unbelievable tonight. It's 14 all and there's more to come. My goodness.
Well,
gracious.
I'll tell you what. This game has had absolutely everything. 2 sin bins, 1,000 mistakes on the last pass by the Bunnies when they were in try-scoring opportunities, and they've left it to the last minute to come up with a play that puts them at 14 all and in golden point and a chance to win this match. Here's the field goal.
Watch the reaction. Watch he hits it and watch him just turn around.
Oh, no, he knew.
But all the momentum is with the Bunnies at the moment.
Yep.
Watch him hit. Watch the reaction. It turns. Yep.
That looked like Cameron Smith at the players off the tee. Just use the driver.
You're going to give yourself a rap.
Turn it. No.
Well, speaking of Cameron Smith and golden point games, Melbourne's record, 15 golden point games for 8 wins and 5 losses. And as far as South Sydney goes, 18 games, 8 wins, 6 losses. So they're both in the positive. Brad, can you explain to me what on earth has just happened?
Well, I've got to say, I'm just hanging pretty close to South Sydney here. It's a very calm bunch at the moment. The first person to talk was John Sutton. He just ran into the group. He's just got some instructions from Mark Ellison, who's the manager, and obviously he's speaking to the coach, Jason Demetrio. As Ken Murray comes out, the one thing I would be doing is running south to north. That's where all the points have been scored. There's still a bit of a breeze in behind the team running that way.
Jesse, Jerome.
Jesse's Bromwich is off, so Jerome Hughes will be standing captain.
Your toss, mate. Your call, Cameron. What do you want, mate? Tails?
Cameron's called a tails.
Heads. What do you want to do, Jerome?
And it's a head.
Okay, so which way do you want to run? He gets to choose which way.
Jerome
if
Hughes
he
has
chooses
chosen to
defend,
run
it means
with the
he chooses
breeze.
which way to run.
They're a little bit confused, the boys.
We're all confused, Eddie. We're all confused.
I'm glad somebody didn't choose to bat first, Freddie. Then we know that we've completely lost it. Well, so a couple of years back, I'm sure it was with the Roosters, Latrell. He kicked a field goal from the 40-metre line, about 10 metres in from touch.
It was almost identical spot on the field, Matty, and he hit it just as sweet that night too, and it broke the hearts of the Storm footy side and all the fans in that night.
But the self-belief. He's missed 3 conversions. The last kick for goal went nowhere, and he just stands up and says, give me the ball, and just nails it. He's just, there it is. The qualities of a champion. Look at him.
And he hasn't been in the game tonight, has he? Really? With a couple of touches, but
it generally takes a month to get really rock hard fit and find his rhythm.
Let's do it, hey? First point wins. The footy. It's back all right. The grand finalists against the perennial champs. And Nelson, he's not slowing down after 80 minutes. And now King. This will be all about trying to force a mistake for South. Look at them rush. Right up there, Liero now. Good, strong defence. 3 down. Melbourne outside their 20. Felice Kafusi. That's a good run from the experienced forward. 15 out from the halfway. Nelson wants another crack. Oh, he's done well. He's landed on his front, plays it quickly, and Tyron Wishart's on the ground now in golden points. Didn't have a run in regular time. Here's a chance. Oh, it was almost an aerial take by Xavier Coates. He nearly had that.
He jumped 10 metres away.
Look at him run and leap. Oh, that was so close.
The Melbourne Storm have a golden point plan.
Well, it's just trying to force an error off the opposition, like playing field position really. And they're going to try and put a lot of pressure on with their defence here.
Ilias now. Oh no, there's your mistake. There's your error.
Jeez, they had him shot to pieces too. Once again, Cam Murray to Cody Walker.
Where do you want it, Cameron?
Cam Murray, sorry, to Ilias, to Cam Walker, to Cody Walker.
Is that Tom's brother?
Just the pass goes behind Brad Fittler.
I can't believe they've left Damien Cook on the bench. Just watching the service out of dummy half there. Savili Havili's he's a good, strong player, but he doesn't have the service of Damien Cook, and that's what you need at the moment. If you want to be kicking field goals, the ball's got to get to the kicker quick. And you can see that pass then took an awfully long time to get to the South player.
All right, here's Pappenhausen. They're going to get a chance here.
And to that point, as Freddie just made, Harry Grant's off the field as well. Tyron Wishart is playing dummy half for the Storm.
Kafusi held in the middle of the 30. King is Nelson going to be the man to charge one up here and a quick play the ball. He's waiting for it. Wishart, here's Nelson. It'll be after this. That's for Solomona. They didn't put him down properly. Now Munster's behind the ruck, so's Pappenhausen. It is the fullback. They rush. Pappy stops, props. They kicked it. Oh, that's brilliant by Pappenhausen. They rushed him the first time. He ducked him behind the defence and won the game.
Well, they set it up, and I think the South players, they thought it was going to go to Cameron Munster, but Pappenhausen,
Challenge is over.
he come up with a huge play where he stepped the first man coming out on kick pressure, and he was able to stable himself and just slot one over. Ilias is disappointed. All the South players, well, look, it took them 80 minutes to get back into that game, and as we see the replay here,
That is so
off
good.
the right foot and then bang. Oh, he just curled it inside the left-hand upright, but doesn't matter where they go as long as they go between the uprights and over the crossbar. They're all 1 point.
What a great game of footy. Like Souths for no chance, 65 minutes into the game.
Gone.
And then they jag one, and then Olam gets sent to the bin, and then they come alive.
Well, they might have found a bit of mojo. The second half, an absolute cracker. It's a golden point win to Melbourne over the Rabbitohs, 15-14 here at Amy Park.